16-1. You could suit up me and Stipe on Saturday in College Station. It wouldn't matter. Alabama would still be undisputed and untied SEC champions. It's Bama's crown. 26-4, 16-1 in the league with one more in conference play to go. We'll try to gig them down there, but we got them tonight in Tuscaloosa.
And what a beautiful sight as they pass out the championship T-shirts and hats. And if you're in Coleman Coliseum, don't go anywhere. They're breaking out the scissors, about to celebrate this outright SEC championship. The second time in 3 years. This time, you get to cut them down at home, win it outright over the Auburn Tigers. A great night for Alabama, coming back from 17 down. And Alabama, the outright SEC champions once again.
Isn't it amazing? So much conversation in college sports about NIL. And those guys are smiling uncontrollably because they've been handed a T-shirt that says you're SEC champions. What an effort.
Incredible. Did not think we would be here when you're down 17 and your opponent's rolling. Didn't seem to be Alabama's night, but we talked about this team with the pace of play. If they could put stops together, you've got the offensive firepower. You know that. This team's capable of getting stops, one of the best defensive teams in the country, but Auburn, they were on fire. They were knocking down threes, made twice as many threes as they normally do. But Alabama able to battle and fight and dig down and show toughness and grit and get the win. And what a night for the Crimson Tide.
Alabama basketball.
I'm not sure anybody's leaving.
Championship signs, championship hats. Love to see the smiles on all these players' faces as they have had an incredible year. And what a night to do it against your arch rival.
Unbelievable emotion for so much that has transpired. But a historically great Alabama basketball team. It doesn't matter what happens Saturday. It doesn't matter what happens in Nashville or at any of the NCAA regional sites or anything beyond that, Brian Passing. This is a historically great Alabama basketball team. Things that they still want to accomplish, but this is a championship team that has perhaps been unlike any other that we've ever seen at the University of Alabama, and many have said maybe ever in the SEC.
Well, the rest of the way will determine where this team ranks all time. But this is the first step, winning the SEC regular season. That's goal number one. Now you go to Nashville. You got a chance to do what this team did, or this program did a couple of years ago, winning the regular season, going to Nashville and win the tournament. Then it's on to the NCAA tournament. But where they are right now, they're in the conversation for history. Alabama is a program before this team had only won 9 regular season SEC titles all time. This group now 2 out of the last 3. That is not easy to do in one of the best basketball leagues in America, and Alabama, one of the best programs in college basketball right now.
With everything these kids have been through, to be able to smile, to be able to celebrate, to be able to enjoy at an unbelievable level an SEC title.
And the students telling Bruce Pearl, have a nice night, showing in some brooms as Alabama has swept the Auburn Tigers. Yeah, by the way, you do this, win the SEC title outright, and a little detail, you swept the Auburn Tigers.
Way down the list of importance, but kind of cool nonetheless. Roger Hoover with Mark Sears.
Mark Sears, you return home to the state of Alabama. You beat Auburn. You're an SEC champion. What does it mean to you?
I mean, it's unbelievable right now, you know, being from Alabama. I used to dream of things like this, especially being an Alabama kid, home state, champs. But we're not done yet, so it feels good.
What was the message from Coach Oates at halftime? How'd you guys get this done in the second half to force overtime?
Defense. We came out strong in defense. You know, we started the first half with 2 big-time shots, and then we just anchored down on defense, and the defense won us the game.
What's next for this team?
SEC tournament. I mean, no, next game. Yeah, next game. We got A&M. We're going to celebrate this for 24 hours, then we got A&M.
Congratulations, Mark. Roll Tide.
Thank you.
Great job, Roger. Thank you so much.
And Chris, let's just appreciate this moment that we didn't get 2 years ago.
No
Alabama
doubt.
won it on the road in Starkville during a COVID year. Couldn't really celebrate like this. And these fans are absolutely enjoying it. And Alabama fans at Coleman Coliseum have been so good all year long. These players and coaches deserve it. These fans deserve it. They have been with this team and this program for a long time. And it is great to see this team taking a championship picture right now with their T-shirts on. And not many people have left Coleman Coliseum.
Nor should they. Nor should they. Out there celebrating an amazing accomplishment. Athletic Director Greg Byrne visiting with a member of the Board of Trustees, I believe, and Ron Gray. Out there receiving congratulations from him. Great to have Shane Lyons back as Senior Associate AD as well, and glad Shane's getting to celebrate back at Alabama after being gone for 8 years, and so many other people. Can't name everybody, impossible, but what an accomplishment for this team, for this program. SEC title number 16 overall, counting the tournament crowns.
Listen, this is a proud Alabama basketball program, second winningest SEC program behind Kentucky. But there's been some tough years and tough periods before Nate Oates got here. And boy, he has brought excitement, fun style of play. He's got the attention of college basketball with the winning and the style. And boy, it is great to win yet another championship under Nate Oates, and love to see the scissors get broken out and a chance to cut down the nets.
Special to say the least. Still hoping to get Coach Oates, and I think Noah Gurley is with Roger Hoover. Roger?
Noah Gurley, you're an SEC champion. What does it mean to you?
It means a ton, man. You know, just the work we put in since June, just the way we want it, never giving up. You know, it just shows what this team about, what this family is. You know, I mean, it's an unexplainable feeling right now. I can't lie, but I'm happy. I can't say much more. So,
what can you say about the fight in this team to come together and down a lot in the second half? But what was the message you were really trying to keep your teammates positive? It seemed like in the huddle.
Just to do what we do, play how we play. You know, we know defense turn into offense, so we can't play passive on offense. Keep shooting with confidence, and we had a big second half in overtime. But just to do what we do, that's all I kept telling them. We've been in this situation before, and we came out with the dub, so it was wonderful to get it done today.
Go cut down the nets. Roll Tide, Noah.
All right, roll Tide. Thank you.
Thank you, Roger. Thank you, Noah Clowney, and thank you, Nate Oates. We really appreciate you leaving Buffalo, New York, and coming to Tuscaloosa, Alabama 4 years ago to take Alabama back to where this program expects to be, wants to be. Second SEC title in your 4 years, your second in the last 3. Unbelievable accomplishment, Coach.
Yeah, I'm just really proud of our guys and the achievements they've had this year. It's definitely not easy to win the SEC regular season. It's over the course of 18 games. You know, we went undefeated at home. It's hard. I mean, A&M was right on our tail the whole year, it seemed. So we couldn't afford many slip-ups. You know, I mean, different guys step up. I mean, I think, you know, I'm looking at Jaden Bradley. You know, he only played 9 minutes the first half and didn't get in until probably 8 minutes into the second half. He ends up playing 22 minutes, and we end up +4 with him in the game, and he did a great job defensively. He stepped up to the free throw line and made some free throws. So, I mean, it was a big deal. A lot of guys. JQ was great. I mean, JQ came to me. JQ came to me. He got you another one, a second one. I mean, he's been, he's been great. I mean, we get the March version of JQ. So, I'm just can't say enough about our guys.
Coach, I'm going to try to get you a box score here and see if we can get this, let you look over some of it. I just want to talk, if you could, about the part of the game where you're down 17 and nothing's going your way.
Is that what it was? I didn't know what 17 with how much time to go.
I'm not sure of the time, but it sure didn't feel like there was enough. Maybe 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
It was 66-49. It doesn't give a time here. But, look, I'll say this. Our guys never quit. I mean, they just show a lot of resilience, a lot of grit. There was down 17 with 10:40 left in the game. So, we closed the game well. And, we put the 3 guards in. JQ, Sears, Jaden Bradley, they all made big plays offensively, defensively. Jaden had some tough finishes in there. He went 4 or 5 at the free throw line. He didn't necessarily shoot it great tonight, but he made some big plays. And so, I mean, everybody that played contributed, and to be able to do it, without some guys that are used to playing heavy minutes, able to play heavy minutes tonight, just proud of the achievement our guys had.
Remember your ring size?
We got it. We got it up there somewhere.
Go celebrate with you.
Appreciate it.
Congratulations. So
Thanks,
happy
guys.
for you.
Appreciate it.
Coach Nate Oates.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide indeed. Alabama, Southeastern Conference champions, as Roger Hoover has got the guy that I think was the MVP, Javon Quinterly. Go ahead, Roger.
Well, we're live with Javon Quinterly on the floor. Congratulations, you're an SEC champion once again. What did it mean to you to get it done tonight against Auburn?
No, it means everything. When these young guys came in here, they said they wanted to win. I would walk around the locker room with mine, just to try to motivate the young guys. So, we spoke it into existence most definitely, and it feels great.
Looking back at your play tonight, what are you most proud of?
Just the resilience and just staying confident in myself.
Absolutely. And for you, you're an SEC champion once again. You got to do this a couple years ago. What does it mean to you to do this now?
Oh, no, this is a lot. Just having a crowd to be here and be present, it's a different feeling, and it's special. So I'm not saying that 2021 group wasn't special, but, this feels really good.
After you beat LSU in the SEC tournament 2 years ago, you said the job's not done yet and not finished. I imagine you feel the same about this group.
I definitely feel the same about this group. It's March now, and, it's time to really bring it every game.
How much has Alabama meant to you?
It's meant a lot, man. This is my second home, and, I'm always come back here even when I leave, and, I love this place.
You're an SEC champion again. Congratulations, JQ. Roll Tide.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, JQ, because without you, we're not enjoying this anywhere near at the level we are right now. Roger Hoover will maybe grab another player or two before he comes over and takes over the headset. But while we got an opportunity, why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification. It's the home of the SEC men's basketball champions, the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Watching more players cut down nets on either side. Staff members there, Brandon Miller getting a huge round of applause from the crowd that is still here. And man, it's a sellout, right around 14,000. I don't know how many we wound up with. Here's the funny thing, Charles Bediako does actually need the ladder, but only about 2 steps on it in order to cut a piece of the net off. And not only is this special to see, but hopefully it's just practice, Brian, because there's going to be other opportunities for nets to be cut down by somebody. May as well be us.
In the words of Javon Quinterly a couple years ago, we're not done yet. And he wasn't done with championships, and hopefully this season is far from over. And so happy for this team, but Javon specifically, coming off a knee injury, the frustration of not being himself early on in the season, but having his moments, but thought he had maybe his best game of the season against Arkansas on Saturday, followed it up with his SEC high here tonight, and he was dominant in the second half. He was dominant in the second half against Arkansas. And with Brandon Miller, who I think is the best player in college basketball, Javon Quinterly was the best point guard in college basketball a couple years ago during the SEC and NCAA tournament. That's scary for opponents because Auburn had Alabama beat. They were doing everything you have to do to upset a team. They were shooting 80% from the three-point line. They couldn't miss. But this Alabama team showed so much toughness in getting stops, not giving up, and battling back in this game and ultimately ripping out the Tigers' hearts and winning the SEC outright title.
Special indeed. Noah Gurley getting a chance to cut down a piece of the net. Tom Stipe, you've seen, dare I say, every one of these that's happened, not always professionally, but you've seen every Bama title since C.M. Newton arrived in what we call the modern era.
I have. And the thing that strikes me here, Chris, 2 years ago, we were doing this in an empty building.
Yeah.
So many years we have played games with fewer people than are in the stands right now. Yeah. What a wonderful thing that this championship team gets to share it with these championship fans. We didn't get to do that 2 years ago. I'm so happy that they get to hear that ovation right now. And
here's the other ovation for a guy who's familiar with cutting down nets here, Antoine Petway, assistant coach. He's done it 3 times now in his life as a player and twice as an assistant coach.
As you talked about earlier, the last time Alabama clinched it in this building, it was an Antoine Petway layup against the Florida Gators. And now as an assistant coach, a big, big part of this Alabama program for decades now. Great to see Antoine cutting down the nets once again.
Coach Oates sent his girls up there to cut down the nets. It's indeed a family affair. So great to see.
And when you're the head coach, you get to approve that.
You do indeed. You do indeed. But I think the head man's coming up now, and listen to this reaction.
One more daughter.
Oh, that's right. Coach Oates there with his youngest daughter, about to cut down the last strand off the net, and Coach has got it. Amazing. So too Antoine Petway, who's with Roger Hoover.
Coach Petway, what does it mean to you once again to cut down the nets in this building?
Man, it means everything. To do it in front of our fans who stuck by us all year, man, God is so good. God is so good. I love that the boys got the experience in Coleman Coliseum in front of the greatest fans in the country.
You and Coach Hodson, Coach Oates, Coach Henry all talked about energy early in the second half. How'd your guys deliver the message that you sent?
Well, Auburn came in with a lot of energy. We knew they were going to come in because they're playing, for their NCAA tournament hopes and everything. So we knew they was going to bring it. We wanted our boys to match their energy and surpass, and I think in the second half they did it. We found ways to win all year. We didn't make shots early in the first half, but I knew the shots was going to fall because our guys put a tremendous amount of work in every single day. So kudos to our guys and the coaching staff, man, did a great job of pairing them, but we want our guys playing with confidence all the time because they work hard.
I imagine that piece of the net's going to go right next to the one you won as a player, right?
No doubt. Next to the one we won 2 years ago. So we on the road, man. Coach Oates is doing a great job. Coach Charlie, Coach B, like everybody, man. We're a family, and these guys believe in what we tell them, and they believe in each other. So we're going to keep going.
You're Alabama basketball royalty. Thank you for joining us. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide indeed, as Alabama has won SEC title, number 9 for the regular season, 16th overall, counting what's been done in SEC tournament play. And once again, Brian, getting to cut down the nets in front of the home folks. What a special, special opportunity. Second time in 3 years, Nate Oates able to win an SEC crown.
Well, it's always special, and this one feels even more so because of a couple years ago, you were an empty building, essentially. You won it on the road. We weren't even there. We started traveling in the SEC and NCAA tournament. So you come back, and Alabama cut down the nets when they got back, but they didn't clinch it that night. They clinched it the week earlier. But to do it in this fashion, down 17 on a night that it was just going the way of the Auburn Tigers, to their credit, they were shooting 80% from three. There was a point they were 9 for 11 from three. I've watched Auburn all year long. They didn't go 9 for 11 in warmups with nobody in the gym, with nobody guarding them. But they did here, to their credit. They had a lot on the line. They're trying to get in the NCAA tournament. They're very much on the NCAA tournament bubble. So they played like it. Alabama showed toughness of a championship team to be able to weather the storm of a smoking hot opponent and get stops, get going. Javon Quinterly playing his best basketball in a long time, and that is scary for opponents. Great news for Alabama, and what a night to sweep Auburn, to come back from 17 down, go to overtime, and win the outright Southeastern Conference regular season. Unbelievable night.
Speaking of smoking hot, my wife's here, and I'm going to go hug her. I'm leaving the post game for you and Roger and Tom. Roll Tide, everybody. Congratulations to your SEC champions, 90-85. The Tide is a winner. They'll wrap up the regular season this weekend in College Station, Texas.